Imagine waking up to the chill of winter with no central heating, no gas radiators, and no electric heaters. Today, we're diving deep into the heart of traditional Slavic life, exploring the many ingenious ways people have kept their homes warm, often in remote areas and harsh climates, without relying on gas or electricity. The art of heating in Slavic culture isn't just about survival. It's about living in harmony with nature, using time-tested wisdom passed down through the ages. Join us as we reveal each method layer by layer and see how these techniques continue to provide warmth, comfort, and a sense of heritage to Slavic homes today. Let's begin with the wood stove, or Pechka, a key feature in many Slavic homes. The Pechka is more than a simple stove. It's a multi-purpose powerhouse, often taking up a central place in the household, both physically and culturally. These stoves are constructed from bricks or stone, materials that can store and slowly release heat. Picture a fire roaring inside the stove. The bricks absorb the heat and then gradually release it into the room over many hours. A single fire can keep a room cozy well into the night, and sometimes all the way until morning. Slavs take wood preparation seriously. During the warm months, entire families work together to gather, cut and stack firewood. They arrange the wood stacks in careful patterns to allow airflow, drying it out and making it easier to burn. By winter, these stacks become their primary fuel source, carefully rationed to ensure it lasts through the season. And the Pechka isn't just for heating. It's often used for cooking and in some cases even sleeping. In some homes, there's a sleeping platform built on top of the stove, providing a warm, comfortable spot. This is especially popular in older homes where people gather around the Pechka, not just for warmth, but for a sense of togetherness. Now, let's move to the masonry heater, another Slavic innovation in heating technology. Known for their unique structure, masonry heaters take the wood stove's efficiency a step further. Inside the heater, there's a series of twisting, turning channels, allowing hot air to move through every nook and cranny of the structure. This circulation traps heat in the dense stone, radiating warmth back into the room over many hours, even after the fire has gone out. Imagine the process of lighting a fire just once in the morning. The masonry heater retains that heat throughout the day, releasing it gently, warming not only the home but also giving off a comforting, even temperature that makes the whole place feel cozy. In Slavic culture, these heaters are often beautifully designed. Many masonry heaters are adorned with intricate hand-painted designs and symbols representing family history or village culture. These heaters aren't just functional, they're focal points in the home, pieces of art passed down through generations. Moving on to the Kachelofen, or tiled stove, a design beloved across Eastern Europe for its aesthetic beauty and practical warmth. Imagine a stove covered in hand-painted ceramic tiles, each tile crafted and placed with care, forming a unique mosaic that reflects the personality of the family. These tiles don't just look beautiful, they're highly functional. Each tile retains heat, which spreads evenly throughout the home. The efficiency of the Kachelofen is impressive. You only need one load of wood to heat the stove for an entire day, even during the coldest months. This stove often doubles as seating in the home. People gather around it, sitting on the warm tiles to keep cozy, and it's a social spot as much as a functional appliance. Some Kachelofen even have built-in compartments where blankets are warmed and damp clothes are dried. It's a practical design, built with an understanding of what people really need during long winters. In many homes, the Kachelofen becomes a treasured family asset, with designs and decorations passed down through generations, each stove telling its own story. For some, nothing beats the charm of an open fireplace. While not as efficient as an enclosed stove, the fireplace has its own appeal, and many Slavic homes rely on it as a secondary or even primary source of heat. But there's more to it than just an open flame. People have developed smart ways to maximize the heat from a fireplace. One common trick is to install metal reflectors behind the fire to bounce the heat back into the room. Another method is to hang heavy, insulating curtains around the room to trap warmth, creating a cozy microclimate within the house. Choosing the right firewood is also important. Hardwoods like oak and beech burn longer and hotter, perfect for keeping the fire going and warming the home. In villages, gathering firewood for fireplaces is a task that families share, a time to teach younger generations about responsible wood gathering and conservation. Open fireplaces are more than heat sources. They're the heart of the home. People gather around them, telling stories, singing and cooking over the flames. In many households, winter evenings are spent around the fire, creating memories that last a lifetime. Now let's talk about a method that combines old and new radiant floor heating using a wood-fired boiler. Imagine stepping onto a warm floor on a cold winter morning. The floor itself becomes a heater, radiating warmth upward. Here's how it works. A wood-fired boiler heats water which then flows through pipes installed under the floor. As the hot water circulates, the warmth rises, spreading evenly across the room. This type of heating is especially popular in homes with stone or tile floors which tend to stay cold during winter. Radiant floor heating requires very little fuel once the water is heated, making it a low-maintenance and energy-efficient solution. It's becoming more popular among Slavic families, blending traditional wood fuel with modern engineering to keep homes warm and comfortable. Heating a home is only part of the equation. Slavs know that keeping the heat in is just as important, and insulation techniques play a huge role. Traditional Slavic homes are often built with thick walls made from stone, adobe or brick. These materials provide natural insulation, keeping the warmth in and the cold out. In regions with harsh winters, double-paned windows are the norm, often with sturdy wooden shutters that can be closed tight against the cold. Inside, the homes are made cozy with wool rugs covering the floors and thick tapestries on the walls. These textiles add insulation, creating a warm barrier that keeps the home comfortable. Thick curtains on the windows help prevent drafts, and heavy blankets are always nearby. With these insulation techniques, Slavs create homes that hold on to warmth for as long as possible, even during the most bitterly cold nights. Staying warm isn't just about heating the home, it's about how you live in it. In Slavic culture, clothing is an integral part of winter life. Layering is an art, and traditional materials like wool, fur and linen are key to staying comfortable indoors and out. Let's start with wool, a staple in many households. Wool retains heat even when damp, making it perfect for cold and unpredictable weather. Many Slavic families have honed knitting skills over generations, producing thick, intricately patterned sweaters, socks and mittens. These aren't just clothes, they're handmade works of art, each stitch carrying a piece of family tradition. And then there's fur. In the harshest regions, especially Siberia and parts of Eastern Europe, fur-lined hats and gloves are essential. Ushankas, those iconic fur hats with ear flaps, are a common sight. They keep heads warm and protect from biting winds, with the ear flaps tied down during the coldest weather or flipped up when it's milder. In some households, you might even find fur slippers and fur blankets, treasured items that have been passed down through generations. Layering doesn't stop with sweaters and hats. Even indoors, people often wear multiple layers. The base layer might be a simple linen or wool shirt, followed by a thick sweater and sometimes a vest for added warmth. Families keep bundles of blankets on hand, often draped over sofas and chairs, ready to be pulled over your shoulders or wrapped around your legs on especially cold days. Now, let's talk about a truly ingenious, low-tech way to harness the power of the sun thermal mass and passive solar heating. Even in regions known for harsh winters, the sun can be an ally. Slavic homes are often designed to capture and retain every bit of warmth they can. In traditional home layouts, you'll find large south-facing windows that bring in as much sunlight as possible. These windows aren't just for light. They're strategically placed to catch the low winter sun and allow it to naturally heat the interior. During the day, The sunlight streams in, warming up the walls, floors, and sometimes special heatsink areas designed to absorb and store that energy. Thermal mass materials like stone, adobe, or thick brick walls act as natural heat batteries. When the sunlight hits them, they absorb and store the heat, and as the sun sets, they slowly release it back into the room, creating a natural radiator effect. This can significantly reduce the need for additional fuel, allowing the home to stay warmer for longer after the sun goes down. In some Slavic homes, you'll also find greenhouses or solariums attached to the south-facing side. These are like sunrooms, constructed with glass to trap sunlight and create a buffer of warmth. During the day, the greenhouse can heat up dramatically, even in sub-zero temperatures. At night, the warm air circulates into the main house, providing an extra layer of insulation and reducing drafts. These greenhouses often have a practical side too, with families growing cold, hardy herbs or starting seedlings for spring planting. So while they provide warmth to the home, they also support self-sufficiency, another cornerstone of Slavic life. And just like with insulation and clothing, the choice of materials and layout honors the connection to nature, working with its rhythms rather than against them. Using thermal mass and passive solar isn't just about heating a house. It's a way to live sustainably, reduce reliance on external energy sources, and carry forward a legacy of resourcefulness. These methods remind us of the Slavic approach to winter. It's not about resisting the season, but embracing it, using the gifts of the sun and earth to make winter a little more manageable. And there you have it. The ingenious ways Slavs have stayed warm, using the resources around them and adapting to the seasons. From the hearty wood stove to traditional clothing, each method is more than just practical. It's a way of life that brings people together, connects families, and keeps traditions alive. These methods are a testament to the resilience and resourcefulness of Slavic culture. If you enjoyed learning about these timeless techniques, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for joining us on this journey into Slavic traditions, and we'll see you next time for more insights into Old World wisdom and everyday resilience.